I'm pre-seasoned.
What's your name?
Rue.
She said she was pre-seasoned.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Six with the Intel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Foundation, episode 5. We have powered through the first 4, but luckily, I got one of the greatest co-captains in the galaxy. And my man Rakai, what's going down with you, fam?
Hello, Governor.
You been enjoying episodes 1 through 4 so far?
Absolutely. It's been a fun ride so far. Looking forward to where it's going next.
Hey, and I'm also gonna be looking forward to our conversation that we're gonna have about it at the end of this reaction. You're gonna have to check out our review. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Do you trust me? I wish I'd never met you.
Oh, we went back. Oh my goodness. Whew. Do that to a loved one?
I'm still dreaming, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
You got them all fooled. They think you care about them. But the truth is, you don't care about anyone.
Whoa.
I was your son. And you let me die.
Oh.
We both know it wasn't the first time.
Okay.
Tripping balls.
Yeah. You go from a construct of flesh and blood, there's probably gonna be some glitches somewhere.
Negative ionic particles in the atmosphere cause a system reboot. What does that mean? Well, it means that I've only got roll on flying dead stick. Is that bad? Yes.
Huh. That is a tough ass ship. That thing is crashed in the ocean, crashed in a mining facility, crashed on this planet. That's all they do is crash and get dropped. It never takes a dent.
It must be
How are you hurt?
made out of the same metal as Dom Toretto's charger.
That's
what you saw in your vision affect you. Don't.
It's crazy how she's like the oldest out of between the mom and dad, but yet she's still, I mean, between her mom, but she still has to be like, take the role of responsibility so much more seriously.
True, I'm recording from Empire's bedchambers are off limits.
And on the question of my family?
There's nothing Dominion. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Markley. We'll have another request soon.
That was dope.
Don't fret, Rue. I won't give more than I choose to.
I hope not. Sometimes I wonder where the shy, sad Princess Sarah's went.
She died with the rest of my family.
You know, she like, don't be messing with my freedom now. I got these upgrades in these trying times, and I'm trying to keep my status.
I've grown accustomed to you in this regard.
You're a man. An impressive man by any measure. She'll not have seen the like.
Exactly.
He said exactly.
And I can feel that you're ready.
Over here boning your wet nurse for centuries.
Think of me.
I think that's the most emotion I've seen her give in a while.
I understand that matters of romance are important to young ladies.
The inner sanctum. May I?
Please, look around.
Now, doesn't he have to turn his shield off in order to copulate?
The citizens need to be reminded that they're only alive because
bullet
I
shots.
willed.
Your aura. Do you wear it even when you're intimate?
Yep, we just talked about that.
I don't know. Get spanked. I imagine there are paddles around here that would leave the royal crest imprinted on one's bottom.
I'll order some May.
My man got the electronic Jimmy hat.
Oh, I feel a fool.
You'll learn. Let's just get your gown.
Like a young man struggling how to get a bra off for the first time.
Yeah.
Got it.
Do you need me to...
Don't talk.
Honestly, never quite like this.
You're putting on an act. I know you've had a lover. They were killed in the accident that put you on the throne.
Why am I not surprised you know so much of my family's final days?
Dang.
Because I'm trying to figure out if it's safe to live here. Have you ever even tried to think about things from my point of view? Do you even know what another point of view is? Find your traitor and vow to make it safe. If you can, and I accept.
Of course I can. This I vow.
Then I accept.
Now leave.
Oh, they about to smash. Nah. You gonna let that energy go? Word? You know what I'm saying? My heart racing.
I can't be like this for 3-4 hours.
We have to be careful with her. She's smart and not above making plans of her own.
Yep. There she goes. You
Sorry.
see the way she threw that leg up though, right?
And so he did take our family out.
Thank you, Empire.
Call me Cleon.
Oh, they are gonna remember he took videos of this. He said, "Don't worry, I had your OnlyFans 30 years ago. You good?"
Yeah, you was great.
I'm pre-seasoned.
What's your name?
Rue.
She said she was pre-seasoned.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute the effect in case you want to bite back.
Oh. My man is really over here having the flashback.
And there you are.
So every aspect of Day's life is recorded? That's kind of interesting.
No, from the camera angles, they got a wonderful hidden cameraman.
Right?
I remember that. My memory ends right after. And now you can go back to the sex part. Oh. With a bite mark on my shoulder and a full bank account. It all seems to make perfect.
Dang, he bit the hell out of her. She still got the scar.
You know, I thought since you have the ability that you might.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You should think about it.
Drop it. Raise your hands. Take off that mask.
That's your boy, the Hobo Mallow.
Ooh, you think about that.
Hey, Sal.
Oh, that's her dude.
The beggar told me you were going into cryosleep. Nothing left for me on Terminus, Sal, so I did the same. I may have given you command, but she still coded to me.
Your first season dude, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her boot thing back then.
I reached Ignis half a day before you. The next thing I know is hearing your dulcet tones once again.
I don't trust it, dog.
Sorry.
Wait a minute.
I didn't mean to be so cold earlier. About Salvor and the vision.
What you thinking? I see your wheels moving.
It's only been 138 years for Gaal, not for Salvor.
But he just said he was in cryo sleep.
Yeah, but not that long. Like, as long as she was.
I don't know. I'd like to think I would. But an embryo is a very different proposition to an actual person.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets that.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yes. I'm kind of like you. Like
Something's off.
Are you kidding? I could have sweated that off in the jungle. Open up.
That's not Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
Beggar, invoke protocol. Ship transfer back to Hugo Crast. Now he can open the airlock himself.
Uh-oh. Bogies.
We have a problem.
Salvor, watch out!
Whoa.
Unthink their minds.
Whoa. Okay, well, they definitely have some kind of psychic thing going on.
So the engagement's done.
He suspected I was a danger. I needed to calm him. And as you've always said,
Some secret invasion stuff going on, boy.
And I don't like this right here. They keep meeting back at the same place. Like,
splattered with blood.
that's just begging to be caught.
Perhaps not Dave's memories. But surely someone attended to his wounds.
They got my man in here doing the most.
Demerzel about to kill him.
You once did. But in the aftermath of the attack, Dave was suspicious of you both.
But he saw all the scans. He knows we're innocent.
Ooh, does he? Mm-hmm.
And yet he's kept his new exclusive power hug close to his chest.
Mm-hmm. Look how she's shaded in the dark, man.
If they excised memories from myself or Dawn.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Your memories are preserved in the memoriam. And even more complete, my memory is unalterable. So there are 2 backups, if there is any question.
Oh.
I must at all times do what's best for Empire, not just Day. I would let you know, Brother Dusk. I will always be here.
In the shadows.
Brother Day takes a great deal upon himself.
The use of lighting in that shot right there was
very telling.
We have 12 seconds before Edema leads to brazen death. Give it to me.
Damn, Demerzel's an OG.
after him.
It's not possible.
That's Demerzel.
Is that a machine? I see machinery.
Trandor had machine people, but that was millennia ago.
All gone, banned, none survived.
Oh, that's right. Nobody knows about Demerzel.
Certainly not what he intended.
Never talked to him.
I haven't either. I never had the humility to admit I needed to.
Pride.
If he knows we're no longer made in his image, he will lower the ceiling on us.
Ooh.
Pray. Hear our question.
I bet it's my palm.
The dream lives on in you.
Because you kept it alive in you.
Hey, you think he got to the source code? Got in cahoots?
Yeah, he's the original Matrix. Yeah, good.
Specifically, how big are our files?
I was unaware Empire was interested in metadata. Did you not find what you were looking for earlier?
Why are you deflecting? Do what I told you.
Dumb insolence. I ought to have his thumbs cut off.
I was thinking he's kind of talking kind of grimy.
Yes, look at the brush stroke. Green on the neck. Added after he died, like a footnote.
Huh.
When a man is old, he doesn't care what he remembers. He cares how he's remembered. I was so beautiful.
Empire.
Leave us.
Cleon the First had 213 catapults in memory.
Wow.
It makes sense he'd have a bigger range of life experience.
It does. But that much bigger?
That's a lot.
Did he have that full of a life?
Word, that's almost like damn near 3 times the amount.
Salvor! You okay? Physically fine.
They're in a nice spot too.
Right?
It's a nice jail cell.
Like they in Bali or something.
There are no guards.
Strange for a prison.
Can you hear that? We have to go that way.
Can't hear anything.
Could be a mental prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely got some kind of psychic thing going on.
Can they not speak for themselves?
Gaal Dornick of Synax.
I'm gonna be practicing that all day now.
And Salvor, Hardin of Terminus. You are our guests. Offerings sometimes flow against the tide.
I know they're like, how you know all this stuff?
Yeah. You see, Salvor didn't do none of that.
I needed to know your intentions, but if it makes you feel imprisoned, does it make you feel safe?
Makes me feel armed.
You look hard upon a goddess, Hari Seldon of Pa'a is goddess of light.
Indeed. And yet as brightly as the sun shines, you don't seem to be casting a shadow.
Come on, man.
Anyway, Once we found each other, we were safe and strong. Telepaths of varying abilities and talents.
Telepath, that's what they're called. I keep forgetting that.
Look at Laurent's burns. Josiah's scar.
Dang, they tried to cut his whole throat.
What is it?
You mean this? I believe it's called the Prime Radiant.
Yes,
That's why he said, hide it in a place that even I can't find it. Okay.
I will find it.
Yo.
Break it. There's not going to be a second foundation.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Sintel. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Huh. Okay. I think that's it. Yup. Yeah.
The thing is, there's already a second foundation.
Yeah, but they're isolated, so maybe they don't know. I don't know. We don't know the extent of her powers regarding what she could pull in. Yeah, this was another interesting. The last quarter of this episode, we're bringing in a whole brand new antagonist, right? You know, someone that's trying to keep our heroes from achieving their goals. Right. And you know, she's looking like she's from the Foundation version of Xavier's School for the Gifted. She got all her little mini X-Men. Yeah, how you feeling about this whole angle of being an empath?
It makes sense, especially with what we've seen between the link between Gaal and Salvor. That didn't make any sense before. With everything we've seen going on, why wouldn't the X-Men make it to Foundation? Of course.
Yeah, I mean, we've said before that, you know, this show as a whole just has a lot of big thoughts, is big ideas that's compiled in here, and they don't do necessarily an amazing job of simplifying some of the bigger threads or thought points. It's just a really ambitious bit of writing. I mean, that's a testament to Isaac Asimov as well as just a writer in general. So I guess another high level thing that we're talking about now is the importance of memories, the manipulation of those memories and or thoughts, and what can you believe and like what can you not believe. You know, like I guess I'm coming from a space of, as the older I get, I think about the things that have happened in my past, and I think of them as one way, and then I'll talk to a friend, we'll talk about that same event, and there'll be things that'll be missing, or maybe even some things that might have been added and stuff. And now we're kind of like dealing with, if you had the ability to control your thoughts and your memories, you know, and it was taken away, are you gonna feel like something is taken away from you? Like I guess Don had said something to the effect of like your thoughts feel like cotton being in your head, kind of like murky. You don't know what's real or what isn't, and do you really believe yourself and the things that you've done? I mean, there's a lot of great talking points that can deal with just the implementation of how important memory is, be it what you can recall naturally and or if you had the ability to recall back with absolute certainty some of these things that have happened in your life. And is there anything in the terms of that whole conversation, because it's a big one, that ring for you or maybe hold true in just the storytelling that we've been talking about? How are you feeling about the whole memory thing?
Well, to me, that is the I know it took a different avenue when it was explained in The Matrix.
Okay. But
to me, that was always deja vu.
Okay.
Having deja vu, to me, always been, you know, it's a glitch in the Matrix. But to me, deja vu was always, okay, how can I have already seen this scene play out. I remember this conversation. I remember this person. I remember all this, but I don't remember it. And it's always one of those things that made me question, like, why do I know this? And I never thought of it as a sixth sense, something supernatural. I just always thought of it as, yeah, I guess some sort of glitch in memory. And why don't I remember things that maybe I should remember? Right.
Yeah, you know, there's some things that like for example, there's a bigger piece of technology that Apple revealed regarding like this headset. And one of the things that they talked about that this headset can do is that it can record live memories in like a 3D kind of setting or whatever it is. And while we're watching the show, we see a way far more advanced version of this with the brothers Dawn, Day, and Dusk, and how every waking moment of their life is being recorded. And to just freely play through these memories, right? Like you saw Don with his concubine, and they're like, you know,
Dusk.
Yeah, Dusk. Excuse me, Dusk with his concubine. You know, reflecting on the times when they had first met. But it brings in this interesting question, right? Like they go back to the vault, and they go back to the original Cleon, and he's got damn near triple the amount of memories that they have in their full type lives. So it does make you wonder. It's like, well, dang, if everybody has an average of like 80 and the source is like 240, you know, and your memories are these things that you can't rely on, you know, it does make you kind of ask that question. Are you actively like deleting things that have happened to me? Like, how much of my life is really mine? You know, like, I don't know. Like I said, it's such a high level concept when you're dealing with like, these memories.
But the thing about it, here's what's most interesting. He was once dead, right?
Right.
Now he's crossed over into Dusk. And like he said, he's about to hit his clip at about 80 plus 90, you know, some memories or whatever. So the thing is, maybe Damsel is not quite Palpatine, but she's the Darth Vader, and the Palpatine is the original Cleon.
Ooh, keep talking. Talk a little more about that. I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, like when he alluded to, I have other sides of me that, you know, like, you are me, but you ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I created this cloning thing or whatever for me to live down through the centuries or whatever. However, I only gave you a third of who I really am or whatever, which is what is missing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, his memory clip is almost 3 times as much as theirs. What do they not have that he had? What is being shielded? And maybe that's the Harry Seldon like 4-dimensional plan throughout time for him to, I don't know, be recreated and come back to the original version of some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even putting into this is crazy. So putting enough of a variation in your progeny down the line that one of them's like, you know what? I'm gonna cut this whole thing off. I'm gonna have a natural baby. Oh, and that natural baby just happens with Damsel always there by the side to inject or put into effect the memories or whatever of the first Cleon. So he is reborn. You know, some old Imhotep type shit.
That is interesting. There's a show called Jujutsu Kaisen, right? And one of the things is like there's this supreme being that as he ages, he has to kind of reincarnate himself into a fresh body because he'll just keep growing further and further. Well, anyways, it feels kind of like that, like it's this new fresh vessel that maybe need to be re-implemented. I like that theory. That's good. That's good. I just had a
the only way that it would take, the only way that it wouldn't reject him is that it came directly from the blood.
That's interesting. Well, you know, and the thing that kind of reinforces that thought is when they're putting their hands on the glass, and he had asked kind of like, you know, the questions, you know, is this variation, are our variations enough to like make us getting back to the past? Could it be disconnected as a result of that? So there's some things that kind of support that. I like that theory. Let me add my theory. I think that maybe that the other Cleons, the ones that are at like 80, maybe that is their really full lives. But what if the original Cleon finds a way to, you know, continue his consciousness, maybe through his former selves. And now that he did have his 80 lives that he lived, and then as a result of these other 16 versions, maybe he implements himself and still keeps gathering, you know, more memories, or maybe
more information.
More information, right?
Taken from their memories.
Right. So he's a lot more active than we really think. He's not just really just sitting there just waiting for an occasional question. Maybe he's very active, enough to have 2 additional lifetimes worth of memories type of active. So there's my little theory. Maybe he's doing something like that. I don't know.
Maybe that's only enacted when he's dead.
Maybe.
Or maybe, you know, since kind of like you said, if they're getting memory wipes, they're getting memory audits. I'm almost like, is he still manipulating things and like you said, kind of living through them right now?
Yeah. Yeah. See, so
no, like our Dusk and Day and this version of our Dusk and Dawn and this version of Day, are they like Voldemort's Horcruxes?
Yeah. It leads a lot to think, man. It does lead a lot to think. I like that this is an interesting avenue to get into regarding memory and the power of memory and the power of somebody, you know, manipulating your thoughts too. You know, I think with this new antagonist, I forgot her name already, but
well, not only that though, it actually has a lot to do with modern day science.
Okay.
In the thought of, you know, because even though it's outlawed and we're not thinking about doing it for humans, I'm sure there's some scientists out there that work for one of these big corporations who's got a secret lab and doing some secret stuff, and you know, they don't want to know about it until it works. And then until it can make us a profit. You know, scientists are the best and the worst people on the earth. They do. And I'm just thinking, like, you know, when you start talking about, and there's been talking about medicine in years, making it clearing the way to do like stem cell stuff in order, because, you know, all you can see is the great benefits of doing stem cell stuff, and as far as like cancer and disease and all this type of research. But this right here is talking to more so the negative, like what happens when people start cloning themselves and cloning each other for whatever reason. Like here, we just got one person, you know, the Donald Trump of the universe, you know, decided to clone himself. So, but what happens if, it's hard to say, you know, you don't want that power to get in the wrong hands, but what if it started out in the wrong hands to begin with? The hands that created it weren't the right hands. What they were doing, Empire, what they were doing for the universe, for the galaxy, was not for galaxy's good, for their good.
Yeah. Like imagine, you know, having this type of technology and, you know, giving it to like Napoleon, you know, and he's like, I just want to live forever, or giving it to Genghis Khan. You know, the world's gonna look a lot different if just the natural state of history and death and dying doesn't cleanse. You know, that same thought process, whatever it is gonna continue.
What is that quote, or what is that number that, like, Genghis Khan did try to live forever, right?
Well, yeah, through his children, yeah.
Yeah, but like, didn't he like try to, you know, repopulate like?
Yeah, it's something,
80% of the Earth.
Yeah, it's something crazy. Like right now. Like if you were just taking just population just in general, I think it's some insane number of how there's like a 20 or 30%, you know, hints of his bloodline still alive. You know, like for like a big chunk of like the general population. I'm sure you can find that out on and comment on that in the comments. But yeah, he literally tried to put his seed in everything.
Everything.
And everything.
If he came over to your house, the fish stopped swimming. Like, this dude right here.
Yo, the importance of seed. Like, I mean, we tee-heeing about it, but you know, that is like the closest thing to immortality that a human being can have. And we see it. You know, we see how it's being manipulated and moved around. Hey, I think it's kind of like a good place, kind of like stick a pin in this. Let us know what you've been thinking so far. We're on episode 5 right now. If you need to catch up with episodes 1 through 4, don't worry, there'll be a link in the description. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, and the fun one is let us know what we got missed. Please, no spoilers up until this point regarding some of the things that we missed. Hey, my man Rakai over here. You're going to let them know if you want them to reach out to you. Let them give them your socials and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's at Diamond Mind. DIAMONDMYND.
There you go. And you can also find them over there at the Geeks Network, the Binge-Worthy Crew. Tons of fun. Don't worry, there'll be a link in the description for that. And I promise you, it is worth your while. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscription button. Of course, give us that thumbs up because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. So, without any further ado, we will catch you all on the next episode. Peace.